Hi YouTube, it's Lynn from Perth, Western Australia again, doing a follow-up video to what I can't remember if I showed you what I was doing recently or not. And I did make a video yesterday which wouldn't upload, so I'm trying again today. And what I'm going to show you is 3 orchids that I've potted into leca and pumice. And this is my pumice. It took me ages, like over a year, maybe more, to find where I could buy this. So finally I got it in a hydroponics shop because I don't really go in those types of shops very often. But that's where I found it. So firstly I'll talk about this one because this orchid's been in here since 9/18. But when I first potted it into this self-watering pot, of which I bought 4. They were out on special for $2 each, so I bought 4 of them. I think I've given one away to a friend, and now I've just used the other 2. So this orchid, which is a Coco Caesar oncidium, it's been in here for over a year now, probably close to 16 months. And over that time, I've virtually taken off all the old leaves, and you can see how many new growths are on there. It's really starting to do well in this pot. So now I'm letting all the new shoots actually leaf the orchid, and I'm getting rid of the old ones because they were in such a mess. Anyway, cut a long story short about this one. I repotted it a couple of days ago. I took it out of its media, which was mostly bark and a little bit of cocoa peat, and I've put it in, I was going to say leca, but this one's actually in total pumice. And you can see there's the fluid level at the bottom of the pot. It doesn't actually reach the pot, but there's 400 mils capacity here. And you can see the wick in the bottom, so it wicks up. It's a self-watering pot. It wicks up and moistens the orchid. That actually feels dry, so probably what I'll do when I finish this video, I will tip that water back through here to wet the top, because my media actually is quite dry at the top. Anyway, what I've done today, I've got 2 monster mini Phals, which are very fragrant, and I bought these halfway through last year. I think I did anyway. Where's their label? And I've potted them up in leca, and you can see the leca at the bottom of this one, and then I've topped it with pumice, because I find that when I use leca, and it's why I stopped using it a few years ago, that it dries out so much at the top. And also in my winters I do get down to single figures in the winter overnight, and I found that my plants weren't doing very well in the winter times, probably because they were getting so cold and I had them outside. Anyway, what I'll do this next winter coming, which is sort of probably 5 months away now, 5-6 months away, I will not water them, or water them very sparingly during the winter, and see if that is better for them. So anyway, it doesn't say when I got this on my label, it doesn't say when I got it, but I'm sure it was halfway through last year at one of my I can't think today. I don't know, mate. I haven't had lunch yet. I haven't had breakfast. Maybe I need to eat, but I can't talk at the moment. Not well anyway. I bought this at one of the orchid nurseries that are wholesale that we are allowed to visit by invitation. And it had many spikes on it, as did this one. And I've done this the same in leca and pumice on top, but this one's not see-through like these 2 are. I wish I'd bought all of them like this now, because they tend to get a lot of algae. Anyway, that's another story. But the reason I'm filming this video today is to show you the keiki. Now, when I bought this, it had so many spikes on it. The keiki itself had 3 spikes, and it was nowhere near as big as this, but look at it now, it's humongous. So this is why I'm doing this video, is to ask all you knowledgeable people up there, do I or don't I cut this? I don't really want to, because if this had 3 spikes last season, it might do the same again. Plus, the orchid itself hopefully will send up some spikes. And they're just amazing, absolutely amazing. They're beautiful, beautiful white orchids. Their perfume is just overpowering. They're gorgeous. And I would like to repeat that if I can with both of these this year. So what do you reckon, people? Do I or don't I cut this keiki? It would be quite self-sustaining, looking at the roots that are on it. Nice green tips, they're healthy. They're long enough now to take it off, but I don't want to. But am I putting this orchid in jeopardy by not taking off this spike? So I'm waiting with bated breath for your answers. Okay, I'll wrap this up. Oh, I'll just show you my window orchids, which they're in here because they're not doing so well. And these little things here, this is a mini Phal. Actually, it's a species Phal. And it's throwing up a keiki. It's one of those that just chucks out keikis all the time. Let's see what it's called. Polcherima. And these are rescues. So this is a little rescue Cattleya, and I thought I'd put that in pumice because it was terribly dehydrated. It has no roots, so I'm trying to grow roots on that. I've got an oncidium here, which I'm trying to, and you can see it's got no roots on it. But this little new growth is starting to throw roots out. So I'm thinking if I leave it in there for a few months, then maybe, just maybe, I'll get a new plant from that. And another oncidium there again, that just fell on in the sink. That one too, same. So yes, that's what I'm up to on my windowsill at the moment. So please send me some answers. Do I or don't I take off this keiki? Bye guys.